Hey everyone, it's Wednesday and sorry about the glare. Man, obviously you can tell it's late. I'm in my pajamas. I don't know where to begin with this. I really wanted to talk initially about the 7 days in DC. I went for like two, technically like 3 of the days because we got there like evening-ish on the 2nd, stayed for the 3rd, the 4th, and then left semi-early on the 5th. Had a great time. Met up with a lot of my consistent activists, my courageous activist friends. Happy to see them all. Gosh, I couldn't even give a shout out to everyone, but like Doug and Doug and Tim and Rook and Nej and Alice and Courtney and the other Courtney. Just like really all these really awesome people that I am so happy to be affiliated with. I'm happy to be friends with them. I saw Twig, I saw Chelsea Gotts, Robbie Roadsteamer, all my favorite, like I said, courageous fighters. And a lot of people like out there, a lot of people that watch like the corporate media news are like under the impression that we are violent protesters. And I've said this before, but like, we don't protest. We don't get up there and protest, fire and brimstone, flaming torch in hand. And, we don't assault people. We come with signs. We come with megaphones. We come with our voice. If somebody gets in one of our faces, it's naturally normal to say something back to them, but we're not the ones throwing Gatorade on random people or whatever, like, so it's like, I don't know. I often, like every single day, I just think about the fact that fascism is here in our country. And like, I feel like one of the biggest problems is people want to look away from the issue. They want to pretend like it's not happening. Like, this is going to affect my mental health in a bad way, so I'm just going to not pay attention to it and everything will be fine and I can live my life and be happy and stuff. They don't realize that these issues that are happening to minorities and people of color, just in general, like Latinos, and, Black people have always been treated unfairly in this country. I don't care what anybody says. There have never been equal rights for Black people, and they've always been the minority. Although, another take on minority is looking at it as we the people. And this is what a lot of people don't understand because they just want to sweep the news under the rug. They don't want to act like it's going to ever happen to them. First they came for the immigrants. First they came for, then they came for this group of people. And by the end of that poem, there it says, and then there was nobody left to speak for me. That's really how fascism works. They start with one group of people and then they move to the next. And MAGA is not immune. They are not immune. So my point with this video, and I know I do a lot of rant videos, guys. I'm sorry. This is literally just my blog, my video blog. So it's not really meant to be content creator material, but at the same time, I feel it's really important to talk about politics at this current time. I normally hate politics. I'm super against them. I just don't like, for one, I don't like the way the government's set up. The two-party system was meant to be divisive from the get-go. I don't think that our founders, our founding fathers of this country wanted us to have a two-party system and actually warned against it. So, anyway, that's that. My point is, if you really want to think about minority, for one, we're all just people. We're all just trying to make it. We're all just trying to get our groceries to feed our children. We're all trying to make sure our children have the best education, and that we want healthcare to be affordable for us, for everyone. But we are the people. We are the working class. We are the poverty. We are, anywhere in between that. The billionaires and the oligarchs, they truly are the minority, and we're letting them rule over us by spending money, regarding it be Amazon or Walmart or whatever. But these particular corporations have, endorsed the orange menace, the orange turd. I don't know. But my point is simply that they are the minority, we're in the majority. For one, yes, please vote in November, for God's sake. Get anybody you know to vote. Vote blue. As much as I hate saying this, I hate the two-party system, but it's what we have for right now. Vote blue. Don't, ride with some friends. Ride with some friends. If you feel intimidated, ride with some friends. If they try to make voting harder, find ways around that. Voting is important. I still don't believe Kamala lost. That can be an unpopular opinion. I don't really care. I have my reasons for thinking that. But this election is extremely important, and we need candidates that support impeachment. He should have been impeached a long time ago. He should have been impeached the first month of being in office. I still like to say he's just a grifter, chilling out in the White House, but he's putting police on our streets. People are dying. People are being sent to these concentration camps, and some of these people are disappearing, and nobody knows where they are. Their lives matter too. Sorry, I'm pissed. I went to DC thinking, okay, yeah, it was 105 degrees. It was really hot. It was hard to have your energy and, let alone just hydrating. But you know what? We did it. I was there for the 4th of July because I felt compelled to be there. I just think that when we're not free, we need to, especially on the day of our 250th, we should be at the White House demanding impeachment. We should be locally demanding our representatives to impeach the orange clown. This dude is not running our country. If anything, he's running it into the ground. Gas prices are high, food prices are high, healthcare is being harder and harder to afford. Insurance companies are taking advantage of Trump's, pro-billionaire bullshit. It's just not good. All right. But we got so resistance is a multifaceted thing. Protest, community, networking, mutual aid efforts. If somebody in your community is already doing that, then that is perfect. Try to get involved with these people. I'm a very introverted person, so naturally it's not easy for me to talk to people. But there's community, like I said, there's mutual aid, voting, holding your representatives accountable, lifestyle changes, such as not buying from big corporations anymore, shopping locally, growing your own food, thrift store shopping, getting clothes that way, mutual aid efforts. It's just so much that you can do to just make simple lifestyle changes. And that hurts the oligarchs, because we don't want these people to be billionaires. We don't want to be ruled over. Honestly, in my own opinion, we need a do-over of the government. And I know that's easier said than done. Like, you can't just, but we have to work with what we have right now. And if I took away anything from DC, it's the fact that I'm not alone in the way that I feel. Other Americans see it too, and they feel compelled to do something about it. So stop sitting on your phone, just stop living your life the way you normally live it. Look at the problem, think about your children, and think about their futures. Because it's not going to be all comfy and cozy for all of us for much longer. There's going to be food shortages. There's going to be water shortages. Water shortages are already starting, and these data centers aren't helping any. So, yeah, let's fucking do something about this problem. I'm tired of showing up in DC time and time again, and there's not hardly anybody there except for just the same activists that always show up because they care about their country as much as I do. If you love America, fight for our freedoms. Freedom of speech is already being suppressed. They are currently trying to do away with freedom of speech. You've seen it in DC. You saw Major Watson get arrested for a sign that said impeach, convict, remove. And then the statement that was put out was, oh, well, we want people to trust our government. Like, how does that even make sense? A man doing the thing that more active duty soldiers should be doing gets arrested, and they say that we should trust the government? We're in a mess, and together what I'm saying is there is hope. Together we can defeat fascism. But we have to work together. We have to stop this infighting and do something different. If you have issues, talk about it, civilly and in a way that, use I statements or whatever. This infighting has to stop. We are on the same side. We are fighting on the same team. Please, for the love of God, just stop. I love you all. It's bedtime for me, so much love. Wednesday Addams, signing out.